Hello grade 7 students, I hope that you are doing well. In this video I will be reviewing some notes that you already took, and I will be explaining the voltmeter. Let's start with an introduction about the electric devices and their symbols. First we have the dry cell. A dry cell has two terminals, the positive terminal and the negative terminal, or the positive side and the negative side. How do we draw the symbol? First, you draw two vertical straight lines. The taller vertical line is the positive side or the positive terminal, while the shorter vertical line is the negative terminal. Can we switch them? Can we draw the negative terminal on the left and the positive terminal on the right? Of course, but you have to make sure that the taller line is the positive terminal. How do we draw the lamp? A circle, inside it we have an X. The motor, a circle, inside it we have an M. The voltmeter, a circle, inside it we have a V. The ammeter, a circle, inside it we have an A. That's how you draw the closed switch, and that's how you draw the open switch. Now we have two types of electric circuits. We have the open circuit and the closed circuit. If you remember last year, you learned how the current flows. The current flows from the positive terminal and must get back to the negative terminal in order for the lamp to glow. Here in the open circuit, the switch is open. So the current flows from the positive terminal, but there's an interruption here. It cannot get back to the negative terminal, so the circuit is considered an open circuit and the lamp is off. While in the second picture, the current flows from the positive terminal. Here we have a closed switch. A closed switch acts as a conducting wire. So the current passes through it and gets back to the negative terminal of the battery. So the lamp will glow, or the lamp is on. Let's start with the electric voltage. The electric voltage is the amount of electric charges that are stored in the battery. The symbol of voltage is U. What is the symbol of voltage? It's U. The SI unit of voltage is volt. We write it as V. For example, given a battery of voltage equals to 12 volts. How do we read the voltage, or how do we read the voltage across the battery? We always read from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Here, the point on the positive terminal is P, and the point on the negative terminal is N, so we read it as UPN equals to 12 volts. UPN equals to 12 volts. U represents the voltage. It is the symbol of voltage. UPN, voltage across the 2 points PN, equals to 12 volts. Again, how do we read the voltage across the battery? We read it from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Here, the point on the positive terminal is the P. The point on the negative terminal is N. So, UPN equals to 12 volts. Another example, consider a battery of voltage equals to 16 volts. I read from the positive to the negative, so UPN equals to 16 volts. Why did I choose PN? Since P is on the positive terminal or on the positive side, while the N is on the negative side, so it's UPN equals to 16 volts. U, it is the symbol of the voltage. V, it is the SI unit of voltage. Example 3, consider a battery of voltage equals to 10 volts. Again, the battery is between the 2 points Pn. I have to read from the positive pole to the negative pole, so UPN equals to 10 volts. U represents the voltage, V represents the SI unit of voltage. So the voltage across the battery, UPN equals to 10 volts. The instrument used to measure the voltage is the voltmeter. Here I have a multimeter. The multimeter is a device that possesses several functions. We can choose it as an ammeter or as a voltmeter, and it is used for several types of measurements. The ammeter measures the current while the voltmeter measures the voltage. Here I have to measure the voltage, so to use it I have to determine its function, so I choose it as a voltmeter. Why did I choose it as a voltmeter? Since I want to measure the voltage, and the instrument used to measure the voltage is the voltmeter. I put the switch on the voltmeter side, so I choose it as a voltmeter, and I have to determine the range or scale. What do we mean by the range or the scale? It indicates the maximum voltage that can be measured. So if the maximum voltage that can be measured is 20, I have to put the scale or the range on 20 volts. If it's 2000, I put it on 2000 volts. If it's 2, I put it on 2 volts. Okay, here I have two terminals, the two terminals of the voltmeter. The two terminals of the voltmeter are the COM and the V. The V must be connected on the positive side of the battery, while the COM must be connected on the negative side of the battery. These two are for the ammeter, not for the voltmeter. So when we choose the voltmeter, we work with these two terminals, the V and the COM. We will learn them in the next slide. You don't have to memorize how to draw this one, you just have to know it's simple. So how do we connect the voltmeter? The voltmeter must be connected in parallel across the electric appliance. So here I'm measuring the voltage across the lamp. So I have to connect the voltmeter in parallel across the lamp. So here we connect it in parallel. The COM terminal of the voltmeter must be connected to the negative terminal of the battery to get a positive reading. So the COM terminal of the voltmeter is connected on the negative side of the dry cell or the battery. So here we get a positive reading, UL equals to 5 volts. What do we mean by U? Voltage across the L. So U is the symbol of the voltage. So UL equals to 5 volts. The COM is on the negative side while the V is on the positive side. What happens if we reverse the connection of the voltmeter? The reading of the voltmeter will be negative. So here the COM side of the voltmeter, of the COM terminal of the voltmeter, is connected on the positive side of the battery. So the voltage will be given with a negative sign. So UL equals to minus 5 volts. Why did we get a negative number, minus 5 volts? Because we connected the COM side of the voltmeter on the positive side of the battery. To fix it and to get a positive result, we have to reverse the connection. We have to connect the COM side on the negative terminal of the battery, as seen in the previous slide. That's it for today, guys. I want you to write all the notes on your copybook and draw the circuits. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me. I hope to see you all soon.